Episode 35. Shurma. Shurma was the name that I forgot last episode. I guess last episode I went a little too hard on beast mode and that made me lose my wits a bit. So I forgot our precious Shurma. But I won't forget anymore. Now might be the time to actually switch off of beast mode. Now that we're exploring a new area. As much as I like beast mode. Actually, during that last episode, I ended up kind of, getting cramped up during that last attempt against that horde in the high halls. It didn't actually end up mattering, though, because as long as I was mashing, I was able to get through that entire fight, despite the intense pain I was feeling. Not really. Not that intense. We don't actually have a map for the area between, I guess. I guess it's a completely different section, the slab. Didn't really expect it, though. I thought Mount Fae would encompass, like, the entirety of, this section that we entered into. So I guess the slab is, like, an even bigger area than I thought, and we just kind of went through it. Okay. We're gonna go with the Wanderer until I feel like switching off it, I guess. Maybe? How many resources do we have? We spent a little bit during that last fight, and like the previous attempts before that last fight. Oh, and we do have a palm cylinder that I can sell. I guess it'd be okay to stock up on a little bit of resources with the Wanderer again. I think I might want the Python if we're doing some climbing. And we don't need to have the brew out. We just used it. Let's go with something like the straight pin. Very simple. Very effective for conserving ammo, I guess, if you just want to do a little bit of damage to something far away from you. I think, anyway. And, Silk Spear. That's kind of already... that niche is filled in by the straight pin a little bit. Maybe Dreadstorm. If we get surrounded. Claw Mirror. Spool Extender. One of these bells. Multi-binder. If we're just doing some exploring, then I guess it doesn't really matter what we put on. Oh, and do we need the Sawtooth Circlet? What about Claw Mirror and Quick Heal? Let's see how that works out. And as for these, I guess we'll put this on after all and replace... We do need to farm money, kind of. It's not like this decreases the amount that we get. I mean, it does. It decreases the amount we get by however much we don't feel like picking up. And I don't know how to quantify that. I don't know how to quantify this either. Yeah, just go with this, I guess. We're about halfway, no, we're over halfway on this. Actually, we're pretty close to the max anyway, so maybe I don't want to farm the other thing, maybe I just want this and this. Okay, that's it. And let's get some more things out of Chakra. Charting the heights of this great mount would prove a mighty challenge, for now I have only seen its base. Once I have completed the search for my master, I would like to return and attempt the climb in full. Oh wait, those are only 40. I am running out of pins here. No, we're fine. I just want to save up for all the other stuff. Like the hot spring, not the hot spring, the hot tub for the house, which costs 1100. And the expensive nectar and whatever else might take money, because I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be more things to buy other than those. Having said that, 40 isn't like a huge amount considering how much we have to save up. It's only like a drop in the well. Maybe I don't have to debate this so much. Maybe I just want to buy it. Okay. They're there to be bought. This one we don't need. So immediately let's mark those things that I forgot about. Chakra said to use these to mark tough enemies or something. I guess I'll use the gold pins for whatever there's the most of here. Gold pins for things that I can get when I have an item, I guess. Whether that's double jump item or something, or the rare metal, or the key, or this is double jump again. This is an unexplored place, so I think I'll replace that with this. Just general unexplored. The thing that I can do now, yeah. These silver ones will be things that we can do now. So we can do this now. That we need double jump. And this, well, okay, I'm changing my mind. These aren't for things that we can do now, these are for places that we can explore once we get a thing. Assuming this is like a place, it's a diving bell. We go inside it and get dunked into the lava, right? But I can't imagine the map goes below this, so it's probably just like something that we get out of that as soon as we get that key. So maybe I want it to be gold after all. It's just that I'm running out of gold here. I've already run out of gold. Maybe gold is for things that use an item and silver is for traversal things that we need. And I'll just have to decide if these silver are things that we can do or can't do, depending on traversal. So this one is traversal. No, not that. This one's traversal. Item. I'm not sure what, it's just like a guy. I'm just gonna say item. Or not item, more like a requirement. I mean, traversal is a requirement. But yeah, I think the system works. I understand at a glance what these mean. Okay. Let's get on with it. Oh yeah, it's cold. Ah, no. I'm going back. It's too cold out there, but with chakra it's warm. I can't stay here forever though. Does our coldness reset when we go between screens? I guess we can check that out right now. Let's like get really cold. And then... no, it does not reset. Okay. Is this another weave nest? Weave nests seem to be like around the perimeters or at the very edges of these places. So, maybe a weave nest. Sister Spider, if seeking commune with the creature atop this mount, take the climb above as a test, a challenge beyond even our setting. Upon that summit gained, and creature hailed, know it shall choose what gift to grant, with death as likely as insight. Great, that's our reward for climbing this cold mountain apparently, death. I can't wait. Is that all you wanted to tell me though? Okay. No, special item like in the weave nest? Is this even a weave nest? I guess they're just giving us a directive now. Go to the top of the mountain. It's not marked as a weave nest, it's just kind of there. And yet they're telling us as a spider to go there, for whatever reason. Like as a weaver. So is this like related to the weavers in some way? It seems like largely it's all weaver architecture here. Almost all the way up maybe. Melanid. Flighted creature formed of cold shard. If shattered, it will quickly reform. Oh, and we didn't read this guy last time. Not that one. The tough guy... The toughest one, that was... from that encounter in the High Halls. The procedures with Silk may have prolonged life within the Citadel, but they unknowingly gifted many minds to the Monarch. Just don't want to miss any of this lore that's still marked red. Full physician of the White Ward responsible for operations and modifications on the Citadel's box, okay? And here we go. This is some Maestro, okay, this one. This one was sort of the boss, the two of them. Mighty percussive disciple of the choir, wielding a mallet and a silk spool to wrap and enhance their attacks. There is no finesse in its use of silk. It consumes its slim supply only to amplify its force. Funny you would say that, Hornet, considering I did exactly the same thing. Consuming my silk just for more power on beast mode. Well, it worked out. We hit them more than they hit us. Based on the map, it seems like we can go up this passageway on the left. Then what's on the right? Is that also up? It actually seems like this is the main way up, though. Or maybe multiple ways up? Okay. Wait, what? There's nothing there. Why are those even there? I want to get up one more time. There's nothing. It's like they're leading somewhere, but they lead nowhere. I guess it's a mystery. It's the part of the game where they're asking you to do some fast platforming, I guess. This is bad. No, we can make it over here. Did you miss us? Oh no. Try that again. Oh, this way, okay. Got it. Get back our heat and try again. We're not getting any warmer. We just gotta go. There we go, okay. Lost a lot of health there, just because I missed at the very end getting to this wall. It's actually not good. Well, I want to know what's over here before we move on. This might be a waste of time, but if I fall all the way to the bottom, that just means I can get my health back at the bench. Okay, there's something. Just this. Doesn't do anything. Some beads and that's it. Nope, this isn't the bottom. Okay, that's a really bad place to die in. Interesting animation, though. No, wait, that might be an okay place to die in. Nope, it's bad, actually. It's actually really bad. Pretty sure we only have to touch the warm area and not really, like, stay in it. Oh no. It's a question of whether I dash or use the claw line. Sometimes I'm just doing the wrong answer. Okay, this way. There we are. No. No, come on. I can't believe this. I think we can actually make it over here, though. Damn, barely. If we had just a little more. There we go. Yeah, I tried to do the dive kick on it, but I don't have the dive kick equipped. It's Wander. Also probably good that I equipped Wanderer for this since it's pretty good at pogoing and all that. Pretty easy. I wasn't fully expecting like a platform challenge, but it seems to be that's what this is. I just thought we'd be climbing up the mountain and, I don't know, doing some vertical stuff while also fighting normal enemies. It just seems to be this. So far. Nope, that's wrong. I'm doing no better this time. I'm doing maybe one health better, I guess. What is that thing anyway? A Driftlin. Gentle glider of Mount Fae. Its downy wings and cowl allow it to resist even the most cutting cold. Let's cut that thing apart and make a jacket out of it. Oh, it's actually kind of slippy, falling down these. Okay, good. I'm glad we have the python. We can just kind of sit here and keep our warmth. Maybe even have a picnic while hanging out here. No time though. Oh, that's bad. Well, let's see what's over here. It's the way forward. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I actually meant to pogo there. Once? Anywhere. Once. Okay. There we go. This does seem to be the way forward, but what's over here? Maybe gonna regret this. Okay, not really regretting this. And I'm pretty sure down below is just what we saw already, the one spike. We can check. Okay, yeah, it was just this and this, okay. Onward. Waste 3 health. Maybe a little bit more if we... Damn, not enough to heal. You gotta give me more. You asked me to use the claw line a lot, so we're gonna be down to 0. I guess we can heal if we hit this thing a bit. Without dying. It just has to reform for us. There we go. By the way, if I do this... Yeah. I thought maybe there was a chance with this on. It regenerates us up to 3 from 0. I thought maybe there could be like some kind of special rule if we hit something while regenerating, it brings us up to 4, as if we fully regenerated. But no, you do actually have to wait. That is the way that makes sense, I just thought it might be a possibility. Oh, but we can't go this way. No, what is this? Oh, I see. We can't go up, so we have to go down. Yeah, there is like more map over that way. So that's what happens when you get too close. Got it. And what about below us? Does that just go... I mean, it goes back down, we know that. I just can't imagine if there's anything on the way or not. There's like this guy, but that's it. Okay, we can refill health with that. There's actually like a lot of this stuff. Wait, in case there's a finite amount. Let's maximize our silk. There. Okay, it is finite. Hello? Oh, you want to attack me? Servitor Boron, whatever. Broken constructs built by Weaver's past. Able to fire a focused beam of silklight. Silklight? That's fun. To carve halls and chambers to ice and bone. Well, it's broken. It should know that I'm its master. Me, a weaver. Yeah, it's like an entire weaver structure up here for some reason. Why? Why out here in the snow? Up where they say it's like really hard for even them to climb. Alright. I sight read that pretty well. Well enough anyway. Alright. And we're good. If you expend one... Oh good, event. If you expend one of these, the claw line, it takes up 1 silk, and when you hit the guys that are floating in the sky, if you use the claw line to hit them, the claw line hits 2 times, once with the needle as it extends to them, and another time when you pogo off of them. But you only get 1 silk out of that, so it's only like an even trade when you claw line into an enemy. It's just an interesting math thing, I guess, to take into account. If we're ever counting how many times our claw line activates. I guess the bench is below us, so we want to go down first. Even if we can go up. Well, I'm glad they have this warm segment in here. But no bench. Not yet. Which way? Not up. We could go down. Seeing these guys floating here just kind of looks like they're frozen in the sky somehow, but they're not. They're just kind of floating there. Ambivalent. I think that was a sound of like an upgrade or something. Oh yeah, it is. We gotta get up there from somewhere. Somehow. Maybe with double jump. Maybe I have to mark this on my map. Oh no, wait. We can't go this way. Is there some kind of secret over here? I can't imagine. If there were some way to reach it, what's with the placement of these enemies? If I just had double jump, then this would be easy enough to jump into and get the other thing, the mass shard. But with the placement of these enemies and just the general layout here, I can't imagine why the rest of this room exists. Oh no, I'm really cold. Okay, what was that? I didn't like fully recover my heat or something, or it's just out there longer than I thought. Does that guy respawn? They must. Yeah. Just because I wasn't paying attention, I have to do this now. Maybe we get a bit more silk. Oh, is this? Okay, I'm glad I've been going back and forth. While I was looking at this, I was thinking, how do we go down if we don't explore this area further? And the answer was, we go down and there's the wall. Got it. Wait, that might mean that the bench is just right here. Okay, so I don't have to keep on farming that. Well, thank goodness. And maybe I want to equip, no, I was actually thinking I could equip this, because it's actually more mobility to the right. But it's no different from the claw line in the fact that it's just horizontal movement, and it might even be less horizontal movement than the claw line for more silk. Which you're trading for attacking and going through enemies, but still. Yeah, I think we're still fine with this, in case we get swarmed somehow. But still, that room. Why the rest of this? Is this something? No. I can't imagine. Well, we found this. Maybe you really just need the double jump for this room. Then I guess I'll mark it as traversal. Here. I think after this I want to go back to this place. Maybe we should have done this before all of this other stuff. But we're in this now. Or maybe the weaver structure is no longer here. Could just be like these fire things. We just need to get a decent look around before we move on. I think that's good enough. And we just gotta beeline it to the next place. Wherever that is. It's all just kind of sight reading at this point. There we go. Okay, there are more weaver structures. And just barely enough time to make it here. It's like we're playing Celeste all of a sudden. Climbing a snowy mountain. There we go. How much higher? Actually, we went all the way over here, so we have a lot of ground to make up for the amount that we dropped. And then we have to go all the way across this way, too. It seems like based on the outside we have to go up like this way. And they called Mount Fei based on the map when we bought it from Chakra, like a peak that was, I don't know the exact words, but like in the background of Fartham or something. But it seems like is Fartham like inside the entire Mount Fei or something, and this is just the outside of the mountain? Because this entire time I feel like every time we talked to people they were saying that we were basically underground here. And the way that we came in through the blasted steps, that's not even like the surface. They called it the tunnels that we used to get through here, or at least I think Hornet called them tunnels. So I don't think we've ever really like gotten to the surface or whatever. This entire game. Well, depending on what you call the surface. If you're inside a mountain, then I guess that's still underground. Even if it's above like sea level or something. I don't know. That's the working theory, just based on the layout of the map, I guess. I wonder if there's anything like below here. Do I want to go back? I guess I do. We're sliding. That's right, sliding is in the game. Okay, well we saw the sliding. We can do this a bit fast. Oh shit. I was just gonna say we can do this faster now, and then I do that. Well, now we gotta do it fast. I didn't know these could break. This whole time. Just gotta be careful when using our Silk Sphere, or our Claw Line. A lot of these names, there's a lot of overlap. Even with the Claw Line, it's still Silk, and it's still basically a spear. But it's the Claw Line. I can remember that. So, was this guy here too? Was there something that I missed? How do I get up to this guy? I'm afraid to go back and redo all of that. These guys do respawn though. Fairly quickly. Yeah, I don't think there's any way up. This might be another double jump situation, which means I'm gonna have to mark it on the map. I guess we gotta quickly descend. Not too quick. Okay, didn't have to be quick at all. This is pretty fun. A fun use of our claw line, a speed test, and a sight reading test. Oh no. We should have lowered that. Maybe I want to go back and do that. Okay, we don't have to heal, but we might as well get the silk. Oh, we're now over here. Okay, so let's not fall down. Oh, oops. That might damage these things if we explode too close to them. Oh good, a shortcut. If we fall again. Which hopefully we don't. Okay, We're still counting down. We need heat. There we are. And another bench. Perfect. Nothing. This is good that we have a bench. If we die while doing this, then I won't regret too much. Anything over here? No, it's just where we've been before. Oh no. This is bad. I think maybe when you first get here you're supposed to panic a bit, trying to find heat or something. And then you realize you can break the wall maybe, and then they give you this bench because if you panicked it'd be sort of bad if they ask you to continue with slow house. And also just for checkpoint measures. Yeah, it's pretty far from the last checkpoint. Even if you open up this shortcut over here and consider that you can use this bench, it's still a long way. The one thing about hanging on the wall like this, you can't pan your camera up or down to check. You kind of just have to jump around a bit. Is this game's passive pane? Not passive pane, but white whatever. Maybe the passive pane is somewhere in this mountain, hidden in a wall or something. What about below though? We can't exactly look down, can we? Have we been there? I just gotta check every time, you know? 3 shards. That's it. Okay. This might actually be a very different segment if I didn't have the weave light equipped. All of this regeneration of silk just means we can use the claw line more often than we normally could. So maybe with normal platforming without the regeneration, you'd have to take into account how much silk you expend and how much you get back when attacking floating enemies and when claw lining to the things that don't give you silk like the rings. What about to the left? Or the right, rather? That's nothing. Oh, that's nothing. Oh, this is bad. Okay, that was a waste of time. But sometimes you just have to experiment, right? Like there, I think some of that maybe was sped up because I had the weave light. There might be like some routes where you have to use the dash instead of the claw line to get through quickly without wasting your silk. And I guess it also depends on, yeah, the amount of hearts that you have. Because otherwise if you're just down to 1 heart, the one that they give you at the very beginning, and without the weave light here, which gives us a 3rd heart, and the second one that we got from underground, which was optional, or from the white ward, there'd be a lot of waiting between when you use 1 claw line, which bottoms you out to 0, and then getting it back. Interesting logistics. I'm probably not realizing like the full difficulty of this if you only have 1. It's just a lot faster if you spam the L2 button. That's bad. That's real bad. Try that again. Oh, just there, I ran out of silk. So yeah, that's what I would normally feel if I never had the silk heart. Or the silk... the weave light. A lot of fancy names in this game. I'll get used to them eventually. Damn. I'll get used to jumping eventually. Eventually. Regenerate silk, and let's go. Oh no. Well, great. That's another failure. I probably don't have to restart all the way every time. I'm just not sure how far I have to go. I don't remember. If I use silk while it's regenerating like this... No, it doesn't continue regenerating. It's not like constantly regenerating, it does have to complete before the regeneration is complete. I said that wrong, but... point is, you do have to wait. Damn, the same exact mistake. I am gonna restart though. I actually did this way better my first time, I guess. Or the second time. Oh no. Good thing I have more than one silk bar. Right, it's not easy. And we gotta be careful not to destroy that. I almost did. Okay, that's... no, we can make that. Okay, try that again. Damn, 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 damn. Well, now what? This is bad. I guess we're doing this. I can't believe this. It's real bad if you have to fall. It seems like having 3 silk hearts is just enough to go through this without too much waiting. 3 silk hearts, I say. I mean 3 meters. The weave light counts as a silk heart, so I'm just saying it that way. Is that actually what they intend for you to do? We're not gonna go try to go to the right again. No silk. We're sliding. Where is heat? There we go. I almost thought we had to go up. Well, we do have to go up, but that we had to go up for the heat. Just had to make a decision between what was critical pass and what wasn't, and I guess I made the right choice. Oh, we should actually fill up on silk. Don't quite have to heal though. This wouldn't be enough silk to heal if you didn't have 3 silk hearts. We just barely reached the max. For 1 heal. We're just scouting for now. There's an area to the left, so... that first. Probably lower areas first makes sense. Okay. No, wait, we can't go up there. Then onward. An ancient tuning mechanism. I was gonna try the needle in even if they didn't tell me. Is this the top? Okay, what now? Are we gonna fight? I think we're gonna fight. Okay. Never mind. We're fine. Received the fade-down cloak. Press X, or for me, L1. Fabled featherdown, layered within the cloak. Leap again while airborne. Soar above foes, reach new heights. Strike from above. Then yeah, this would have been our big platforming challenge to get. To get the double jump. Good detour. Getting nothing out of this, not really. But it seems like we're surviving a longer time without getting cold. And actually, are we not getting cold at all, or not colder? Oh wait, how does this work now that we have... Oh, we have to hold it down for floating. Okay. Protective garb lined with the soft down of a faithorn. And sewn through with flexible spines. Yeah, it's weird that pressing L1 again doesn't immediately make me float. Gotta get used to that. I guess I have to press it 3 times if I want to get the floating immediately. The floating was really good in basic combat just for the sake of not touching the ground when I don't want to. The problem now is that I'm gonna go slightly upwards, maybe towards an enemy floating above me if that's what happens. Like if we get surrounded with a guy below and a guy above. If I just want to hang out for a second, I'm gonna have to like do the Hollow Knight 1 thing and just lightly tap the double jump, I guess. It's gonna be weird. But it's better to have the double jump. I'm so glad we have it. They said this thing was gonna kill me. I guess we gotta try below. Nope, that's something. It's a bench. Okay, so... this does seem to be... the top of the mountain. Yeah, it is. And I think it's kind of the highest we've ever been, technically. Yeah. Barely higher than this, and we haven't even been up here yet. As for exploration, we had to double jump somewhere around... well, here, yeah, but... wasn't there another place, like along this? Over here, or... I think it was over here, before we entered this again. Maybe. Not that one, this one. Though I think they're directing us back down the mountain to go this way. So yeah, we used the double jump and enter this thing, which was on the way up. And I don't think there was anything here. We spent enough time in this section. Oh, and now that we have double jump, we can get this. No, wait, it was this. And this was... it was just the message, I guess. Okay, think we're good. An old rune displaying the design for a weaver weapon. Damn it. There's another one. Okay. It's actually really good that I bought the extra markers here. There are a lot of these things now. And where the hell are these markers? Not the markers, the craft metals? It seems like we need 3 now to craft something for the... And I need to mark this too. The broken tool that we have, right here. Another one for this fly thing. The same thing the maestros were using, and this thing, this weaver weapon. I thought this direction would yield us more craft metal, like in the slab, but we didn't explore the slab, we explored Mount Fay. It just means we'll have to come back. Yeah, the screen gets all cold when you enter the cold, but we're warm now, with our feathery down. Oh, you can actually see it from the bottom, like underneath Hornet's cloak. Before the wings come out, or slightly after it. As it appears over here, with all of this down coming out from it. It's sort of like a... what's the word? That style of skirt that has all of that ruffling beneath under it. I think it's like ye old English or something. That kind of hoity-toity sort of thing. Don't know what it's called. Are we falling? We're falling. Okay, don't think we want to go to the right. Right, this is where we came from, so... Damn. I think going to the right would just be falling back down to the previous area. Enough of that. We're just going on. Luckily you don't have to pull out this to float in this. You just need to press L1 while inside it. That side, we. I don't think we're all the way down yet. Not back to the marker. Which way first? Probably left ways first. We're now gonna have to start considering our verticality with double jump. It will take some getting used to. Pretty soon it'll become like second nature, I imagine. Well, I guess that's what these challenges are for making it second nature. Hey, what's up? What greater gift? A land defined. A mask to hide. Fresh faces for all. Oh, is this the new mask maker? Just like in the first game. A mask to be, a land to find. Fresh faces for all. A mask to hide. A visitor, grand you are, but you already have a mask. Or you have already a mask. Already a face. It is for those without that I must carve. No real name for this guy, just mask maker. All deserve a face, a chance to be. Until I wither for the faceless I shall provide. To exist, a face is needed. It is the essential thing. I never understood this lore from the first game. Why masks in the first game, and why in this game too? Do all bugs just need masks? Like, it has nothing to do with the radiance or the silk or whatever, it's just something that gives them existence? To work. The mask must be carved. It would be great if Hornet commented on this. That's all. I think the only reason we can hit this guy is that you could hit the mask maker in the first game. I forgot I have charge attacks. Oh, oops. Wait. Oh yeah, you could do the same thing in the first game too. Ah, old one. Your kind should know it's rude to expose me such. En masse, the task becomes heavy. I had the desire to hear you lucid, Maker. Though you may protest. Okay. Hornet is commenting. Aye, well, it's no great shock to have you visit. I felt the stirrings of our monarch, even all the way out here. The tremors of her kin brought close. You're planning a confrontation with her then, the one atop, our great frayed god.
That's fine.
Our meeting seems inevitable, though first I seek the strengths to ensure a favorable outcome. As I'd have guessed. Your ancient kind aren't told to abide one another peaceably. Well, assuming you prevail, I'll ask only that my labor may continue. No matter the state of these lands, you should well know the necessity of my service. Okay, everyone knows the necessity of masks, except me. And you'd like to watch the lore video on the first game to understand this, maybe. Did you treat with the creature upon the summit? Your legged ancestors once found her company compelling, enough to build their chambers and their calling device at the height of this perilous peak. I have paid my respects, and been granted her favor. Her down now fills my cloak, and does much to ward against the frost of these heights. To pass something so precious, that's a mighty gift you've been given. Seems she's thrown her lot in with you. I'd not have guessed her so opposed to our dreaded monarch, but then she too must have sensed the wretched state of things, and the harsher change to come. You have the sight, Maker. Tell me what you see in me. Your mask, it reads clear enough, old one. Watcher, hunter, monarch even, though you may reject that station. People have been saying this, like maybe Hornet wants to take the throne. I don't know if she does. I mean, I literally mean that. I'm not saying I don't think she does. I think I don't know because I don't fully know Hornet. A complex visage, perhaps. Yet still to my sight it looks unresolved.
Benny Frank.
If you see a transitional state, it is one I have accepted. My mask has remained defined through lifetimes uncounted. Aye, rigid I'm sure, but your kind rarely develop evenly, and the lifetime of bugs are poor measure for one like you. Could be there's more growth awaiting you yet. Maybe even Hornet doesn't know Hornet. Does he say something different if we have more? The way he was talking sounded similar to the NPC over in Weave Nest Atla. Like we had more forms or something. Well, he mentioned like the hunter other things that were requests other than Monarch. Maybe we come back to this guy after we, I don't know, get all of the quests, maybe? Enough talk, old one. Mine is a calling that scant allows rest. Very well, Maker. I shall take my leave. It's surprising there was this entire conversation after knocking off the mask. Before this, I was just doing the charge attack because I forgot during the entire fight in the last episode I could have done this. Okay, and what about this? It's the same song. Alright, off we go. Well, glad I went this way first. Would have been nice if there was a bench up there to end the episode. And we can't go back up for the bench, so down it is. Just gonna have to keep on going until we find a bench. Oh, I think we're actually... Are we back here now? No, wait. Where are we? Okay, we are here. I guess what I'm gonna do is... quickly check if we can get over here, if there's anything. Not really anything to speak of. Wait, is that really nothing? It just seems to be a way back up here. That's all this is for. I marked it on the map and everything, but I guess that's all it's for. Well, okay then. That just means we can get to the bench faster. One thing I kind of like about this area is all of the elements in the background. Like the platforming rings and all of that stuff. Just kind of makes it feel like that those are there just naturally as part of the environment. Oh, this wasn't the bench. This was the bench. Okay. Well, we have the double jump now. There's a lot of things we can backtrack to get, and maybe in the next episode, that's exactly what we're gonna do. That would be a good time to take a break.